Hello everyone, my name is Rishabh and today I will tell you about different type of cylindrical type inductive sensor that Dolphin Device manufacture. Dolphin Device is an Indian sensor manufacturer that manufactures all type of proximity sensor. It could be photoelectric sensor, it could be inductive proximity sensor, it could be capacitive proximity sensor. But in this video, we'll talk about various types of inductive proximity sensor, specifically cylindrical type, that are used in industrial automation. We at Dolphin Device manufacture inductive type proximity sensor which starts from M3 diameter which goes up to M50 diameter. And one thing important to note is that these sensors will only sense metallic target, and as the diameter of the sensor increases, the sensing range also increases. So if you will have a very small diameter, for example M3, M4 or M8, you will get a very low sensing range of about 1 mm to 1.5 mm sensing. And for example, if you get a diameter of sensor of M50, which is a 50 mm diameter, you can get this sensing range of up to 20 mm to 25 mm. And we provide specific diameters of the sensor which are based on industrial standards like M3, M4, M6.5, M8, M12, M18, M30, and which goes up to M50. And all these sensors can also be provided by us in the plastic body also. As you can see, all these sensors are specifically made of brass housing, which is basically a metallic housing. These sensors which are shown to you are mainly wire type sensor, but we also provide plug-in type proximity sensor. So plug-in type proximity sensor are used when you want to reduce your maintenance time, because when there is any issue in the sensor, you need to replace all the sensor along with the wire and need to rewire the sensor again. But using a plug-in cable and a sensor which is a plug-in type, you can easily replace the sensor and reduce your downtime. Also, one more important thing to note is that all these sensors are also available in the DC type and in the AC type also. So when we talk about specifically on the DC type, we only talk about mainly PNP type, NPN type, or 2-wire, which is a DC-NO type. So these three variants are also available with us in the DC proximity sensor. And when we talk about AC type, which means that this sensor will be using AC supply to run and giving the output in the form of AC only. So it will give you 2-wire output, which is a AC 2-wire inductive type proximity sensor. And in the DC type, we also have a variation in the output PNP or in the NPN also. For example, PNP-NO, which is a normally open operation, and talking about NC type, which is a normally closed operation. These are the variants which are of 3-wire, and we also provide 4-wire variant also, which is like PNP NO plus NC, NPN NO plus NC, which means you get the both NO operation and the NC operation in the same sensor, which is a 4-wire output inductive type proximity sensor. Also, when we talk about sensors, we also take into the consideration of the load current, which means the maximum current that we can pass to the sensor itself. So in the DC type inductive proximity sensor, the maximum load current is 200 milliampere, and in the AC type inductive proximity sensor, the maximum load current is 500 milliampere. So based on this information, you can connect your load accordingly. Usually in the industry, we usually connect a relay at the output of the sensor, or we connect this sensor to a PLC, and PLC gives the command to a relay channel card or to any load operating device, because you cannot directly drive a heavy load through this sensor itself because of low load current capacity that this sensor has. And let's talk about the application of inductive proximity sensor. So inductive proximity sensor is mainly used in the machines for the positioning or in the aligning of the part. So this sensor gives a feedback to your controller, which can be taken as the output, and this sensor will only detect metallic target, which is very important when you are using in your application. So second application that this sensor can be used is the counting application. So for example, on the conveyor belt, you want to count the number of metallic bolts or metallic plates that are going through. So you can use this sensor and you can take the feedback in a particular counter or any meter, and you can get the desired outcome that you want to achieve through this sensor. Also at Dolphin Device, we have spent years in understanding how the sensor actually works, how the sensor actually uses in your application, and how we can use in solving and automating your machines. So if you have any queries regarding those sensors, you can reach out to us in the given details below, And if you have any questions, you can also comment in this comment section of the video. That's all for the video today, and I will be seeing you in the next video.